Okay, hello. It's Christmas here in Australia. So today I want to talk just a couple of topics. Yesterday I was listening to an audio thing and I come across a book written by someone. Talk about self-help, positive psychology, and it's a guy, Dr. Maltz. The name of the book is called Psycho-Cybernetics. You can borrow that book from the library and I can email you a YouTube clip which will summarize, and it's exactly what I've been talking about. So very interesting. It's good to find those things, that truth is always the same. Okay. So first I want to talk about mind, right? Mind. It's nothing. I try to put it in very simple terms, right? So mind has energy, right? Mind feeds on energies, and that's why we would like to eat quality food, high in protein, and to feed brain with good nutrient-packed food, not junk food, right? So the body and mind is always connected very closely, and our mood are influenced by our gut microbe, right? The gut, the right like microorganisms that affects our bodily performance as well as our mental activities, and sometimes how we think positively or negatively. Okay, anyway, so mind has energy. I'll take an analog, right? It's like mind is a monkey, or we can say like a puppy dog. It runs. So when I walk dog, I could either let the dog lead me and go random, very annoying or tiring, see it runs all the way because it lacks direction, right? Or I can try to be like a good dog owner, right? To make my dog very obedient, right? To train it so that it follows my lead. It's not gonna be jump ahead of me. I take the lead. I am the boss of my life. In this case, I am the boss of my dog. The dog is my mind. My mind is a tool allow me to get things done, to allow me to do what I want to do, what I plan to do, right? So therefore, when I walk dog, I don't know where to go, then naturally, or what it bounds to happen, is that the dog will also run aimlessly, right? And I just couldn't get helped because I myself have no clue where I want to be. So that's why when you see a person, I would say, why he's always get distracted with those futile activities, those trivial activities. Well, that's because I don't know him enough. Maybe he doesn't have goals or directions. Therefore, it's natural, it bounds to happen that when I observe him, he seems to be distracted all the time. But to him, he's not distracted. He's just dealing with things. Right? So just to understand that, and really, there's no good or bad, or of course, good if you have a goal or a direction, right? But really gotta understand that someone don't choose to be distracted, but distractions happen. Distractions choicelessly happen because there's no goal or no objectives, right? So how to have goals? Depends, right? But as long as you have a goal, at least, then naturally you will have focus in the life, right? Now, when I say focus or distractions, please don't label them good or bad. Because when you do that, you assign some emotive value to those things. Then you can't see yourself objectively. You have to see it objectively, like as if you are something beyond you and look at you from another angle, right? So, to the one who has been distracted, it's not distraction. Okay, that moved me maybe to the second topic, is goal. Is goal really matters or important? I don't know. But what I do know is that it's good to have a starting point, right? When I walk out of the house and walk into my car and start my car engine, and before I set my foot on the pedal to drive out of my driveway, it'll help if I know where I want to go. Does it make sense? Because if I say, let me just start the car, I'll find some destination along the way. Well, that happens, right? But then I'll get confused and I'll feel I'm less certain along the journey, and I'm more like thinking rather than focus on the road, because I don't have a clear destination. I don't have a focus. I don't have a goal. I don't have an aim. It's not wrong. And other drivers can't see me. The driver has no goals. The other cars can't see me that. But maybe when I drive cars with less goal-oriented, then more likely I will feel distracted. Oh, there's a red light here. Let me change to turn left just to avoid the red light. Oh, smart on you, but your goal should not be avoid the red light. The goal should not be get the shift, get the B, get the C, get to that school. You see what I'm saying? Goal should be long term. I want to say, get to that destination. Then I would drive with more confidence, but more like self-assurity. I'm assured. So even if along the way it's all red lights, it's with hailstorms, with like bumpy roads, I can weather them. I seems to be more confident, but actually confident is just a word. It really doesn't mean much. Right? I may appear to be a bit more self-assured, and that's just because I have a fixed destination. Now, could that destination be wrong? Of course it would be. Maybe the place I want to go is not really the place I need to go. Well, let me find out then, hey. And I can only find out not by thinking along the way, which will only distract me from traffic. But let me just get there and maybe investigate or find out when I get there. Then I can fine tune and adjust. And that's the journey of life. It's not that, oh, regret, oh shit, I shouldn't really go to that. No, I'm bad. No, sorry. Oh. No? That's what I thought was the best way. And then I find out, then let me change to destination B, C, D. Oh, but what if I can like pick the correct one before I leave in the house? Well, you can't save the journey. The whole point is the journey. Okay, I think I'm gonna just end the topic about the goal here. So does the goal matters? I don't know. It depends. What's wrong with driving with no goals? Nothing per se, but you will maybe more annoyed by red lights, right? Maybe, I don't know, you have to experience it. Sure. And in my previous videos, more than one, I talk about learning. Learning is personal. Learning is relational. Learning is deep. And I would add that learning takes courage and learning is risky. Why? Because learning, often nobody is watching. You gotta go deep. It's personal journey, often within. You've got to investigate. It's like imagine you're driving a car, right? Like no one asking you to go to that destination, and you made up your mind, and you have to have the guts to drive to that spot. And that shop may be closed, or maybe that petrol station may run out of petrol. There's always a risk that the place you chose to go doesn't offer you instant relief. But in the journey, that makes you strong, right? But in the journey makes the life beautiful. In the scene you watch on the journey makes it all worthwhile. That's all things you worth thinking about, right? Okay, so today, if I summarize, I briefly talked about distraction and why it's natural, why it's nothing wrong or to blame about, why it is bound to happen when you do not have a preset goal. And then I talk about what is really goal and its importance or function, right? Goal is pointless by itself, but it helps the journey to be more focused. Is focus good? I don't know. If you are too focused and miss the beauty along the road, maybe you hold too tight on the goal. You're too focused, right? It's really not black and white. And it helps. Okay. So third thing I talk about is I mentioned about my many video talk about why school doesn't offer you learning. What is learning? And yeah, learning is growth, but learning is risky. Learning, many things about learning. Learning is personal. Learning is to ask, what's to do with me? So these days you're inundated, not you, we are inundated with information. On iPhone, iPad, what's not lacking is what's going on. What's going on, right? But then what's to do with me? But then to answer that, you have to have a goal, and that helps, right? Because if you don't have a goal, you will be busy, but yeah, your mental energy cannot be channelized into a point, therefore move you from A to B, but dispersed or distracted, right? Distracted seems to be a negative tone, right? But it's just how it happens. You don't build up things, just like you see kids building Legos, and it's still a bunch of loose things. And some kids build Legos into a tower. They are both busy building, but maybe someone has a goal, has a focus, has a method, therefore end up having a boat or a car or a tower, while someone just a bunch of Legos, right? Okay, that's good.